Hi everyone, I'm Patricia, the Young Adult Librarian at the Greenville Public Library, and today we're going to weave spider webs. So you only need a few things. You'll need an embroidery hoop. This one is 6 inches. You'll need some craft thread. We're using about 10 yards, and some scissors. So first we're going to take our embroidery hoop, and we're going to use the little screw at the top and unscrew it so that it loosens up so we can remove the inner ring from the hoop. That's the one that doesn't have any kind of break in it. And we'll keep the outer ring. We will use it later, but we only need the inner ring for now. So we're going to take our craft string. I'm using black thread because it's easier to see, but you can use any color you like. And I'm just going to wrap it around the hoop. And I'm just going to trim it with my scissors and tie it kind of like a present at the top of the hoop. And you don't have to make a fancy bow knot or anything. You can just tie a regular knot. Will be fine. And we're going to repeat this so that we have a horizontal and 2 diagonal lines. So here's what it looks like completed. It kind of looks like a wagon wheel. To me it looks like pizza, but it might be more helpful to think of it as a wagon wheel and to think of the strings as spokes. So now we're going to take the outer ring that we had removed initially, and we're going to put it back onto the inner ring. So you want to make sure that any extra thread is going to stick out the back so the front looks kind of neat. And then once it's even, you can screw that little screw on the top to tighten the outer ring around the inner ring. And once it feels secure, we might tighten it just a little bit more. Then we'll be ready to weave. So you're going to take some more craft string. I'm using, I measured basically from the tips of my fingers to about my shoulder. And I'm folding the string in 2. So I have the ends in one hand and a loop in my other hand. And I'm going to take that loop and put it beneath one of the spokes. So that's going to be both the string that's at the front and then at the back. And then I'm going to pull the rest of the string through that loop. So it's kind of like making an overhand knot around the spoke, if that makes sense. It's a little hard to see. But once you've made that knot and secured it, then all you have to do is wrap the string around each of the spokes as you go around in a circle. I'm going counterclockwise, but you can go clockwise if you like. And you'll just wrap your string around each spoke as you go along. Spider webs are natural things, so they're not perfect. So don't worry if it's uneven or kind of lopsided. That can actually make it look more spooky, so don't worry. And you want to keep the string taut, but don't worry about it being super tight. And you can just keep going around and around in a spiral. Just moving sort of with each circle that you make, you'll just move a little bit outwards from the center and a little bit closer to the hoops. And I'm going to speed up the video here because it takes me a while to go around and around. But you can definitely take your time. And eventually you're going to see me run out of thread, and I'll show you what to do at that point. So once you've run out of thread to go onto the next spoke, you're going to tie a knot around the spoke that you're on to complete that section of the web. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but you'll just make a little loop up try to bring it a little bit closer to the camera here. So you still go around the spoke as if you were going to continue on, but instead of continuing on, you'll take the end and tie it in a knot around that spoke. And you want to get it as tight as possible. And then once you have that little knot, then you can cut another piece of string. Again, you can use your arm for measurement. And we're going to start just like we did at the beginning. So you'll fold your string in half, make a loop, pull the string through the loop to make an overhand knot. And then continue weaving your web. And again, I'm going to speed it up here just because it takes me a while. And again, when you run out of string, just knot it off and continue on until you get the spider web as full as you would like. And it's up to you how big you want it to be within the hoop. So I think this looks pretty good for now. So all I'm going to do is tie the knots, give them one more knot just to make sure they're secure. And then I'm going to trim them with scissors. Alright, and now our spider web is complete. So you have a cool little decoration you can put on a wall or maybe even in your locker. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a really great October. And I hope I'll see you at the library sometime soon.